hello and welcome to another episode of Shorthand Stories. So, this is a place where I like to tell you stories because I just like telling stories. And today's story is about two people who not just inspired many others to fight against British during the freedom struggle of India, but they also inspired two characters in a superhit Telugu film named RRR. So, today's story is about two people who were played in the movie RRR, not exactly but indirectly, in the name under the name of Bhima, played by NTR, and Ram, played by Ramcharan. So these two characters were inspired by people named Alluri Sitarama Raju and Komuram Bhima. Let's start with Alluri Sitarama Raju. He was born in 1897 in a middle-class family in a remote village which was located near Visakhapatnam, and he was said to be a person who was extremely passionate to fight against the British oppression. He had traveled extensively in his teenage years and is said to have been deeply moved by the socio-economic conditions in the tribal areas, especially which were under the British rule. So, on returning to the predominantly tribal Manyam areas near the Visakhapatnam and Godavari, he began working among the Adivasis and mobilized them against the atrocities of the British police, forest and revenue officials. The Rampa administrative area, which was home to many tribes who followed the Podu method of shifting cultivation, had started rebellion because the Madras Forest Act of 1882 prohibited them from engaging in the Podu cultivation and restricted their free movement, so that these forests would be cleared and exploited for wood. So under the Rampa rebellion, which went from August 1922 to May 1924, many rebellions led by Alluri Sitarama Raju fought against the British forces, and after fighting with bows and arrows for a while, Alluri Sitarama Raju led the attacks on police stations to seize their weapons and aid the rebellion. A reward of 10,000 rupees was announced by the British government for Alluri Sitarama Raju's head, and many forces and resources were deployed to curb the rebellion. He was eventually captured and killed by the British forces on 7th May 1924, following which many of his followers were killed or booked for treason. The second hero of our story is Komuram Bhima. Komuram Bhima was a revered leader hailing from the Gond community in Telangana. He led an uprising against the Nizam of Hyderabad and exploitation of local landlords in early 1900s. The historical slogan of Jala Jangal Zameen, widely echoed in the Adivasi movements till date, was coined by Bhima. While the exact date of his birth is not clear, he is believed to have been born around 1900s. Bhima was born in the Sankepalli of erstwhile Adilabad district, which was further divided to create the Asifabad district, which is totally named after him. He grew up listening to stories of exploitation of Adivasis by the forest and police officials, businessmen and zamindars. After Nizam officials harassing the Gonds for taxes ended up dying in the hands of Bhima, he ran away to Chandrapur, where he was taken by a printing press owner, publishing a magazine against the British and the Nizam. He learned English, Hindi and Urdu here and went on travel to Assam to work in tree plantations and for 4.5 years, where he was arrested for protesting against plantation owners for workers' rights. While there is no account of Bhima ever meeting Alluri Sitarama Raju, according to renowned historian Akash Poyam's profile, in Assam, they both are believed to have a meeting. On returning to Adilabad, Komuram Bhim started to mobilize Adivasis and launched agitations against the Nizam government. Making Jodghat village his base, he led guerrilla warfare against the Nizam's army from 1928 to 1940, demanding a separate own state independent from the Nizam. Unable to quell the uprising, the Nizam government planned to kill him. According to an account by journalist Harpal Singh, on 18th October 1940, early in the morning, 3 years into the rebellion, policemen surrounded Jodhghat looking for Bhima. Armed with axes, sickles, and bamboo sticks, Bhima and his aides refused to surrender. The Nizam officials opened fire, killing Bhima and many others. And Bhima was shot until his body became like a seal and burned unceremoniously. So, although both our heroes had met deaths in tragic way, but the actions that they did against the British and against the oppressors had inspired many others to fight against oppression, and eventually they played a part in India's freedom struggle. So this was the story of the people who inspired the main characters of the superhit Telugu movie RRR. What did you think about this story? Please do write in the comment section, and also like the video and subscribe the channel for more such stories. See you in the next one.